So this is a shinyunbok's work, but do you recognize the scenes are very similar to Kim Hong-do's, right? But what would be the difference here? Anybody who wants to describe what you are looking at in the painting?
Colors are different.
Colors, yeah, it's more colored, and then as I mentioned, the shinyunbok's work has a more landscape background. And can anybody explain the young man on this side?
It's like he's not peeping.
Right, in this way, he's actually audacious, right? He's passing by, and then these women are not hiding behind the rock. And then he was on the way to hunting, or like his archery class, right? So he is carrying archery, and then this is how you control your long sleeve. So when you engage with physical activities, you tie them, your sleeves, in this manner. So that it doesn't bother you moving your arms. Anyhow, he's on the way, and then he saw these women are, doing laundry, and they are not, again, peasants' wives. They are, again, perhaps from the Kiseng house. These are more like workers, these two. And then she, young Kiseng, probably followed them, and now you can recognize what she's doing, right? Can anybody describe what she's doing?
Washing her hair.
Yeah, so this is how you add more hair to your own hair. Do you see? Like these are purchased hair, and then you make that big braided hair yourself, and then eventually hair will be like this. So I always tell my students that, well, let's say this is 10 a.m. in the morning. He's on the way to the mountain to participate in the archery, and he saw her, right? Then what will happen? Maybe 5 p.m. after his day is over, he will go to the Kiseng's house where these people are working. So this is what shinyunbok created. So sometimes, as if Kim Hong-do and shinyunbok visited the same site, the same village, there are a lot of overlapping topics as well. So you can read more. In the shinyunbok's case, there is definitely satirical representation, satire. So, Yang Ban said that we are all, what did they say? We are, the Confucian scholars, so that these shamanistic rituals are not allowed, but shamanist rituals were flourishing throughout the Joseon Dynasty. So she is a shaman. And she can imitate dead people's voices, or connect these people with ancestors, or let's say, this woman's, husband died young. Then, she can summon the soul of the dead husband and say, honey, I am so sorry, but I wish you have, peaceful life with your families and so forth. So you also need a little bit of a musical instrument in order to summon the souls. But here, what would be alternative story, everybody? Any idea? Is everybody really into that ritual or not?
I don't think so, because the guy peeping behind the wall, he's peeping again. And I think he's looking at something else other than the show. Or maybe he's trying to see what's under the dancer's clothing.
No, in this case, it's a love affair. Do you see this woman? She is not into the ritual. She is noting this. So, shinyunbok's work, there are a lot of that, illicit or illegitimate relationship going on. So, this is, typically an excuse. She probably wanted to leave the house and have some secret encounter. So an excuse would be that, well, I want to have this shamanist ritual because I see my dead husband in my dream all the time, and then, so a family probably sent her that, why don't you have that, go to the shaman's house and have a ritual, right? So a bit older ladies, probably dead husband's sisters or something, they are really into the ritual, versus like her is more into her mind is somewhere else. So this kind of work, but you can see the beautiful thick woods behind her, and this really tells the mind of her. Like maybe husband died in more than a year, she's really lonely, and like those kind of sentiment. So you can read a little bit more if you are interested. And this is also a festival in the valley of the springtime. So similar story as you've seen in that sword dancers. So the high dignitaries here, so they are Yangban, and they are accompanied by these beautiful ladies. It's a springtime, you can see the flower, and all the other people are musicians. And then the woman is carrying food for them. And again, these are the most expensive men's robe with sleeve only. I always tell students that you can make 2 women's skirt out of this sleeve, so it's a extravagant consumption. And then there are strings for the cut. It's a decorative cut strings, and these are made of expensive materials. They don't have any of those. These are extra, made of gemstones. And then these are musicians, and clothes like this, it's similar to the long robe. This is called the jumchima. It's also a little different. So you can read a little bit more. So I guess that's it. So I wanted to emphasize that genre painting started in the 18th century. I mean, of course, there are landscape painting and portraiture painting, but from the 18th century through 19th and early 20th century, this 풍속 or like a genre painting popularized by Kim Hong-do and shinyunbok will dominate the field until the late Joseon dynasty of the 19th and early 20th century. So hold on, let me just go out and then read some exciting comments from you. Hold on. Yeah, Abigail, what do you want to say?
I just wanted to ask what fiber or material were their clothes mainly made out of?
So that is a very good question. So cotton was imported. Cotton was imported to Korea. Cotton is a plant, right? So that was available in the Goryeo dynasty. Mongols gave a little bit of cotton seeds to Korea, and then people realized how to cultivate the cotton trees in the southern provinces of Korean Peninsula. Cotton grows in a mild temperature, right? Like Georgia, North Carolina, that's where you grow tobaccos and cotton in the US. Same story for Korean Peninsula. So cotton grows well in Gyeongbuk province, or maybe it's up to like a Chungcheong province, but above Kyunghee province, like above half of the north, the Korean Peninsula, you cannot grow cotton. So it's in the south. And then throughout the country, you can grow, the hemp, just like any other country. You know what hemp is, right? Like a plant-based fabric. So most of the working class people, slaves, they probably wore hemp cloth. And then silk. Silk is also produced throughout the country, but what I can emphasize is, again, the mulberry trees, they grow really well in relatively mild temperature.